Hello, my friends. Welcome inside of the Civic Center in downtown Canton, Ohio, where tonight the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinees are having their gold jacket dinner. Look over my shoulder now because things have changed quite a bit since I last talked to you at 5 o'clock. As you see there on the gold stage, I thought the enshrinees might walk across that stage. They've got a nice little orchestra that is setting up. Right now, the enshrinees, Tony Boselli, Leroy Butler, just a couple of them, their families are enjoying some little cocktail party. This event is set to get started at around 6 o'clock. Now, when the Jaguars had their glory days, Tony Boselli was anchoring that offensive line. He was on the left side, as you know. Searcy was on the right side. That offensive line was flat out dominant. It was physical. But tonight, Leon talks about how when he first arrived here in Jacksonville, he and Boselli didn't see eye to eye. You came here in 1996 from then the hated Pittsburgh Steelers.
We were.
Yeah. When you arrived here in Jacksonville, Tony Boselli was already here. What were your early impressions before you met him?
Well, I didn't know much about Tony when I came to Jacksonville. I knew he was the second pick overall. I knew he came from USC. He was a young buck, so to say. And I didn't draw that much attention to him because, I played with the Steelers.
Right.
I was a perennial All-Pro with the Steelers, played in the Super Bowl, played in playoff games.
A bad man.
Yeah, so I was in really no position to be, concerned about Boselli. But as I went through practice, in the weight room, in the film study, in the games, halfway through the season, it pains me to say this, but he outplayed me.
Oh.
He outplayed me the first half of the season. Technique, fundamentals, getting after it, a competitor, a natural-born leader. And that was concerning to me because you got to remember, I was the hotshot free agent.
Yes.
I got paid all the money, just played in the Super Bowl, and I got this second-year guy who's outplaying me.
Leon Searcy says Tony Boselli was not only outplaying him, but Boselli was calling him out in film study, holding him accountable for not playing up to his potential, something that rubbed the vet the wrong way.
He would say certain stuff, and being a veteran guy, you can pick up on tidbits when guys say stuff. But I understood what he was doing. My ego was involved earlier, but he understood that the only way we're going to be able to go where we need to go is that I got to have you at your best. And then with him at his best and me at our best, that's when we made our run. And
the results, the proof was in the pudding. Those were the glory years when he was left and you were the right tackle.
Absolutely.
The Jaguars made the playoffs each year. Searcy and Boselli played together. You were saying you both were competitors, and because you were such fierce competitors, I guess you helped make him better.
Yeah, I helped make him better, but I also could have cost him his career. Boselli, he always tells this story that I was known for my punch. Tony was trying to emulate me in practice with my punch.
Okay.
Tony wasn't a puncher. All right, Tony would use that big body, get it in place, hook you here, hook you there, and you couldn't move. So the first couple of weeks in practice, when we had pads on, Tony was trying to punch it, and he was whiffing and missing. And Tony was like, forget that. I got to go back to I'm glad he didn't simulate my punch because he was struggling with it.
Yeah.
He was definitely struggling with it. But no, I got better as a player and evolved as a player because if I played bad, and he played good, it would show, and vice versa. It wasn't a personal. It wasn't anything personal. It was just that we were two alpha dogs, and then there's one bowl to eat in.
Yes.
And whoever get there first. That's what we were. We were two alpha dogs that wanted to eat, and we wanted to win at all costs.
And be sure to join me tomorrow morning at 9 right here on NBC 12 for our Headed to the Hall hour-long special. Here, part 2 of my conversation with Leon Searcy as he talks about how he feels, how excited he was when he learned Tony Boselli would be inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock right here on NBC 12. Now back here live, and I want to show you something. One of the centerpieces here on the table, the stein that you see on your screen, really cool. It has the picture of each of the folk that will be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrined on Saturday. That is cool. But again, we are waiting for this dinner to get started. It's set to start at 6 o'clock. We'll be looking out for Tony Boselli. We'll be looking out for Leroy Butler. We'll be looking out for their family members. I'm also told that the NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell will be here, and Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry. Now, coming up in just a few minutes in sports, did Trayvon Walker, the #1 overall pick, put on a show last night in his first primetime game. You'll hear from the rookie later at 5:30. That's the story from Canton for now. Let's send it back inside to you guys.